Hello and welcome to the first and probably last of the CCS movie commentaries, or as we like to call them, the virtual theater experiences. And sitting here chewing popcorn in your ear and ruining an already horrible movie is me, the Laughing Man, and with me is our own pretentious Silent Hill aficionado, KDB.
Yep. So I'm gonna I'm gonna rip this movie to shreds, even though it rips itself to shreds. But we're just let's tear it up even more.
And this is Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill Revelations, because if it was called Silent Hill 3, which is the name of the game it's based off of, it would confuse moviegoers, and if it was called Silent Hill 2 to appease those moviegoers, it would have been a soul-crushing disappointment for most gamers.
It already is, though. I mean, Jesus, I can't even.
It's just so flabbergasting you can't even begin to count the ways in which this is a huge, utter disappointment.
I have so many things to say about this fucking movie. I'll save them for when they happen,
Well, I remember this part. I have seen the movie once, and then after I've seen the movie, I watched you play the game, and now I'm watching the movie again after knowing what the game's about. And it's already a shit movie, so...
Yeah, no, this... It has nothing to do with the actual fucking game, besides the fact that her name is Heather. That's...
But Katie, see, it opens up with, the creepy carnival that was in the game, but isn't anything like the game part.
There's, clowns everywhere because they're trying to make it like that, people are scared of clowns.
Because clowns are spoopy.
Yeah.
When I originally tried, and I say tried to play Silent Hill 3, I got so fucking terrified. All these rabbits here that you're seeing, I had blood all over their mouths, and I swore they were going to get up and start coming after me.
Yeah.
Which is what you expect, so of course this next bit isn't scary in the slightest. Yep.
Yeah.
Ah, damn, I spilt my soda.
Yeah. See, this whole sequence we've got, first of all, they could have totally made the carousel horses, look really awesome and gross, but it doesn't look that way at all. They look really stupid. And I'm upset, because they could, I would have loved to see, the prop design,
Pyramid
if they
head.
actually... Yeah.
Why did they have to do this to you?
Ugh.
Shoehorn. It's Shoehorn Head. I gotta say that this is not nearly as scary as the creepy horses with the hooks in their backs and their heads are vibrating.
Yeah, I know. See, that, I would have actually been really excited if
The first line of the movie, you cannot defeat me. Oh, it's Umbrella Corporation.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is what it's going to be on par to, folks, is Resident Evil movies.
Yeah.
But you were saying?
I don't remember, because I'm just... This film is just... I mean, look at the fucking makeup on her is really bad. She doesn't even look burned and creepy at all. I mean, and then they're trying to distract you with their special effects so that you don't notice how bad the movie is.
Yeah, the special effects look horrible right there, where she's burning alive and...
Well, sometimes the special effects in both Silent Hill films were, they were pretty good.
Yeah,
but,
I like the fact that these practical costumes and contortionists to give them the creepy walks and whatnot. But
true.
And
anyways, we should actually listen to the dialogue here and there because there's choice bits I want to pick on.
Yeah, I got the subtitles on, so.
Mine doesn't have subtitles.
Oh, well, yours is an inferior product.
Mine's Putlocker. Putlocker's my bro. I don't torrent things because I'm a good girl.
I thought you said that you actually went out and bought this movie, and I was going to make a joke.
That.
I was going to make a joke that the torrented movie I have is better, higher quality.
No problem.
Hey, Sean Bean dies in the beginning of a movie. Oh, dream sequence. I was gonna say it's a mark of quality when Sean Bean actually does die in a movie, but then at the end of Silent Hill 1, the first movie, he doesn't die.
Doesn't he die in every movie he's in?
Yes, that's what he's notoriously cast for, is dying. Huh. Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings. I mean, you even go into stuff like James Bond, GoldenEye, and things like that. But he dies in just about every single movie he's in, except for Silent Hill, it seems.
And there was our jump scare Pop-Tart. Spooky.
Hey, Pop-Tarts are spooky. Have you read the box?
We need to pay attention to this scene though.
Spoons.
Because there's bits of dialogue that,
Are forced.
well, they contradict themselves, and then there's characters that just, here we go. So this is an instance of really bad writing because we have the characters explaining something that
They already know.
well, yeah, it's they're really forcing the narrative, or not the narrative. What's the word I'm looking for here? I don't remember because
They're forcing the exposition.
yeah, expedition. That's the word I'm looking for. Because people don't talk to each other like that in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another important part. So she gets this vest just now on her birthday. This is going to come into play later, and I'm going to rip it the fuck apart. So just keep that in mind. She just got it just now today.
Let me guess, she's going to say, I've had this vest for years or something, right?
No, it's not that. You'll see. It's even worse. It's stupid.
I'll dye my hair when you dye yours, you old bastard. We've gone too long without talking.
Well, we don't have to commentate over the entire movie.
Of course we do. How else do you become an annoying theater patron unless you talk during the entire fucking movie?
Well, I haven't seen this film in like fucking forever. The first time I watched it with my friend Mia, and we watched it specifically to just laugh at it, and it worked, and we had a great time. But I don't remember a lot of parts of this film, so I have to like actually pay attention so I can remember the parts that I hated and I can point them out. I mean, I hate the whole thing, but
I just love the first time I saw this movie. I remember that Sean Bean's later acting is so phoned in. It's like ridiculously phoned in.
Really.
Heather, you're here to save me.
Oh yes, now his little journal that we're gonna see later is also an incredibly horrible example of forcing exposition. And you'll see why. I want that box, though. I want to make myself a box with my tattoo on it. I have a tattoo of that. People probably don't know, but now they do.
Nerd. I wish you were here, Rose, but you're not here
I know,
anymore.
the fucking... God.
And I lost you in Silent Hill, Rose.
Okay, here we go.
Now I gotta do a flashback, Rose. Now they gotta bridge the two movies. Oh, no.
Yeah. That was one of the very core problems, first of all. Let's listen to this dialogue, though, because this comes into play later.
Why can't you come back? We're acting. I'm seeing the ghost of my wife, and I'm acting. Now they brought back the creepy girl.
Oh, anyways, yeah, as I was saying before, I had to stop to actually listen to the dialogue. One of the the core problems of this movie when they first even came up with the concept was that it was going to both be a sequel to the first Silent Hill movie and tell the story of Silent Hill 3, which caused them a lot of problems because the first Silent Hill movie was so just jointed and just like it didn't even follow the plot of the first game itself, and so then they're gonna try, and it was just like and that's why the plot of this movie is everywhere.
It's the snowball effect.
Yeah,
you start the snowball going
because they cause all these problems in the first film, and then they have to try and explain them away or fit them into this film, and then it causes problems with the plot of Silent Hill 3 that they're also trying to tell, and it's like, yeah, good job.
I don't remember this homeless man. I think this is like almost like a call for like, yeah, this is it's a Jacob's Ladder thing, really.
Yeah.
Jacob's Ladder with Tim Robbins did kind of the same thing. He's on a subway and he looks over at a homeless man. The homeless man has like a tail. Oh, who the hell is the name of this detective from the fucking game?
Douglas.
Douglas, yeah.
Now listen.
Some people are beyond our help, so we should kick them while they're down.
This is super creepy. Have we met? So he's supposed to be a professional detective, and yet that's how he approaches her.
Yeah, like a creepy pet. His disguise is a creepy pedophile.
Yeah. I mean, like, even in the games, it's a little creepy the way that he approaches her, but he approaches her more professionally. Like, you know, he states straight up, you know, that, hey, I'm a private detective. I'm looking for you. It's important.
Now you know to look for me. Yeah. And, of course, all the school shit wasn't in the first game at all. This is all just here to create the love interest, right? And if you listen
to her dialogue here, because earlier on we were talking through it, but her dad was like, don't try not to stand out or whatever. We're only going to be here for a little bit of time or whatever.
And she stand up in the middle of class to stand up.
Then she stands up in the middle of class and has this big speech. So she's like not even following his advice.
She's standing up in the middle of class saying, "Don't remember me," and it's like,
Yeah, exactly.
She said Facebook and Twitter. She's hip and trendy.
They name drop Facebook another time, too, in this fucking movie.
I like Pyramid Head on my friends list. You know nothing, Jon Snow. You're going to be hearing me say that a lot, because I swear there's one part in the movie where she actually says, "You don't know anything." And I scream, "Jon Snow!" But, of course, Vincent in the game is just a creepy cultist in, like a library. He's not the fucking love interest in this fucking movie.
Yeah, if they had actually taken that character and, copied him, exactly his mannerisms and just the way that he acts towards Heather from the game, that would be so creepy, because his character is just like, it's uncomfortable to watch, because he's just like this weird guy that's like, he acts like he knows everything, and actually something that they did in the game to make him even more unnerving when he talks to you is he never actually looks directly at the character or at the camera or whoever he's talking to. He kind of looks very slightly to the side.
See, Katie, you don't know anything, because you don't realize that they're trying to get that 18% coveted 18 to 24-year-old female audience in this movie. So they got to have a love interest. They got to have a love story somewhere buried in this schlock.
Yeah. I'm a woman and I don't need love stories to enjoy films. Maybe everyone should just be like me.
Well, that's because you're a sock puppet of the patriarchy.
Well, okay, I guess that I can't hide that. I mean, like this sequence right there. I mean, it's kind of lame that it's just like suddenly she's like having these, like whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
I think that I don't know. I do like
The rehashing of previous Silent Hill
well, no,
characters that don't belong here.
what am I trying to say? This the staging of that shot was good. I like the lighting. I like the environment. Like that looked pretty cool.
It's kind of interesting. In 2009, I'm doing my pretentious Wikipedia research while we're watching the movie. Video game artist Masahiro Ito, who participated in the development of multiple installments of the actual Silent Hill video game series, was asked to design creatures for the otherworld dimension of this movie, and he declined because he said, quote, other obligations.
Well, Masahiro Ito was, I believe that I can't remember which member of Silent Hill, the Silent Hill team it was, but one of them after 3 said that their intention was that Silent Hill is over. And it might have been him, but yeah, no self-respecting member of Team Silent would have been a part of this fucking film.
Oh, of course.
I mean, Akira Yamaoka had let them use
he did the
music, but
because his music. Even like I think Ebert said, the music in the movies are really the only thing that stand out as being remotely interesting. So
yeah,
but of course, Christoph Gans declined to direct this movie too because he said he had other obligations. So between 2006 and 2014, he didn't do anything. It's just a polite way of saying I want nothing to do with this piece of shit movie.
Yeah.
I was going to say earlier before you rudely cut me off with all of your Silent Hill information that people actually probably care about more than these shitty jokes. But you said there was no love interest, no love story in the original Silent Hill 3, and I was going to make a joke that, Duncan... Oh, Douglas, wasn't that the guy's name?
Yeah,
Douglas.
Duncan.
I don't know, I can't remember half the fucking characters' names, especially when I'm watching a movie like this. It's like,
Oh, here's a fucking clown.
Oh, gotta have a clown.
Something creepy happens with. Why? Even fucking Silent Hill Downpour. Originally, some of the character designs for that fucking game, which is another atrocity, they were going to be clowns. It's like, really?
It's because you gotta make movies for stupid people.
The whole creepy clown thing is so outdated, though. It's just...
If it's not Tim Curry, then, fuck it. It's just, clowns aren't interesting. I mean...
No.
It's so far beneath Silent Hill to do this. Scurvy.
Yeah, look at that. This is so. Oh my
Stupid.
God, really? Yeah.
It's because you can't. It's been proven you can't make a movie that's too intelligent for the audience because then the audience feels stupid. So you gotta dumb it down quite a bit. So at least it's either it's on par or they feel a little bit smarter than the movie.
Well, that or the people directing this film honestly thought that shot would have been really scary. Which is probably what it was. They'd be like, yeah, maybe we could have, like, kids eating, like, flesh burgers. It'll be really creepy. And she goes to get help. The guy turns around. He has, like, stitches on his face. Like, yeah, man, this is real cool. Like, let's fucking do it. We're gonna shoot it.
Oh,
and it just keeps going. This fucking sequence hasn't stopped yet. It's still stupid.
There's no skinning of people and no clowns. And this is cheap. I mean, it is. So beneath Silent Hill.
Yeah, they're just trying to, get your like gross factor going.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's one thing that Silent Hill never did. It wasn't any of this hostile shit or hostile stuff. It was always
here's a private
detective
chasing after someone, which probably you wouldn't like want to do that in your fucking that was your job.
It's okay. I'm just stalking you.
Milady.
Milady. Yes. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, okay. Here we go.
Exposition.
Another, yeah. Yeah. So he's like, you only think that you're this Sharon girl. And it's Voltiel, by the way.
They're gonna want you for a sequel.
Yeah, so he told them where she was, right? And yet somehow they had time to enroll Vincent, which, fucking spoiler, who cares? He's actually, like, a part of the cult.
Mm-hmm.
So why would they send this guy to find her if they already knew where she was in time to enroll this new kid into her school? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't even make sense. Oh, and here's a 3D moment for the audience.
Yeah, I was gonna say when we gotta start doing the stereoscopic stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's in 3D, they gotta do something where something flies at the camera. It's gotta be a pinball or something, or a paddle ball, or someone throws something at the camera. Oh, phew! It's not Pyramid Head. It's something even lamer. But of course, they changed the meaning of Voltiel. Sorry, I don't want to mispronounce it in front of your presence. But they changed the meaning of that creature too, because at the end, isn't it not what it is in the game? Which is
nothing in this movie is what it is in the game. No, that's the fucking
touche.
Problem. Yeah. Yeah. So the problem with that detective guy, first of all, he's
expendable.
Well, but he suddenly shows up and is like, you're not who
Clowns.
you think you are. And yet, the only person who has ever known that she's not who she thinks she is her father and maybe some members of the cult. So, like, did they like, tell him or something? Or, like, how would they... And actually, I think a lot of the members of the cult don't even know, like, where she went. So it's, like, it's so confusing.
God, Michael J. Bassett, Michael J. Bassett, the writer/director of this movie, must have had a thing for clowns.
He just, like... He has characters know things that they wouldn't actually be able to know, but they still know them just so that then the audience can understand. You know what I mean? Like, that's literally the only reason. It's just bad writing.
You got a little bit of blood on your pants, too. Take it off. Ah! The bald janitor, help.
So there's something very important in this scene that we're going to have to keep an eye out for.
Be sure to steal the money. Douglas. Gasp. The audience would have known who it was.
Wait,
unless he would have gotten the wallet out and read it.
Check out this picture. It was only there on the screen for the moment, but it had her fucking vest that she got this morning from her father. So what? Did the cult find her, take a picture of her so that Douglas would know what she looked like, give it to Douglas, and then he would find her, and then they would enroll the guy in the fucking school that same fucking day? What the fuck?
Oh, Jesus.
It's a fucking mess already, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, we don't know what's going on either, woman.
She has like 3 layers already, like, really.
Well, he has like 6, so.
Misogyny.
Beneficial sexism. Yeah, the guy's jogging at night.
Girl, you high.
Best actor in the movie so far. I come from the north. I took my oath of the black.
Another Facebook name drop.
Hey,
Good
fuck
job.
Facebook. I wonder how much Facebook got back as a refund for her saying fuck Facebook.
Yeah, no kidding.
We'll give you $1 million if you say Facebook 3 times in the movie. Fuck Facebook. Ka-ching. Okay, now they're talking about all of this cross-dimensional stuff, which I believe you have an issue with, this particular interpretation of Silent Hill.
Yeah.
You care to explain any of that, or are you just going to watch the fucking
No,
movie?
I thought that there was another issue. There was another issue I had with that conversation, and I forgot what I was going to say about it. But yeah, no, the multiple dimensions thing is it's a big long fucking. It's a big story, but a lot of people, despite the characters literally stating in Silent Hill 1, Harry literally states it's reality is changing into a nightmare. People still think that, no, Silent Hill happens in another dimension. Woo! But no. It actually doesn't. Reality itself is being affected by the power of the town, and I think that Mel and I touched on that a bit in our after hours, but
even though the town is being afflicted by this power, only certain people perceive that, right? Because obviously, Silent Hill 2, Laura, the little girl, didn't see the monsters, so it's not like it was a universal change. It's almost like what's happening inside the person's head.
Yeah, in a way, and then the things that different people see actually can start to overlap, such as when James starts to see monsters that are specific to Angela after he fights the door monster. That's another line right there. I'll call you later. So what? He has her phone number now suddenly, even though she never gave it to him.
No,
like,
right after that, she said that I don't have a phone number, so I'll see you later.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear that.
I think it was a line trying to get her number. That's what it was. You got to be part of the patriarchy to understand that. That's how you manipulate women into being, getting raped by the patriarchy. Come to Silent Hill. Oh God, I hope Dad didn't die in this movie too. Screaming in an empty room, that'll bring him back. And of course, in the game, Harry is dead in the living room. I was only about half a block away, but I heard you yell.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hashtag stalker.
Yep.
He's sitting outside the door just listening in.
Yep. I told you earlier I don't have a phone.
In Silent Hill 3, the game, I don't know about you though, but I keep on thinking that what's his name, Duncan?
No, Douglas.
Douglas. I don't give a fuck what his name is because I never. First of all, he's only in the movie for like a minute here,
Well,
and then inside the game, I never thought he had any purpose.
Is this the part that's important?
All right, fine. I'll shut up.
No, I don't think it's this part that's important. It's later. Go ahead.
Well, Duncan, right?
No, Douglas.
God damn it. See? Okay, Douglas. Douglas. Okay, I'm going to drill that in my head so I don't well, not like it matters.
Is this your Jack Snow moment?
Yes, I'm playing the Cinemax here. Anything that has to do with Kit Harington just causes a major mindfuck with us because he's so handsome.
Oh, okay.
But, Douglas, there we go.
Yes, there you go.
In the first, no, not the first, the third Silent Hill game, was just me or did he serve very little purpose? I mean, just a little bit of prodding, some exposition, though, but he pretty much comes up to your character and says, hey, I'm a private detective, and I'm investigating you. And, I gotta drive you to Silent Hill. That was his major mission in the game.
Well, but then he turns into a reason almost for Heather to sort of keep going beyond the idea of revenge. Because the interaction between them, if you actually listen to the way that she interacts with Douglas, at first she blames him for her father's death, and then she later on, after he gets hurt at the amusement park, she's like, I know it's not your fault, don't worry, don't die on me, like what would I do if you died too, and then
there's a bit of a character arc with Heather.
Yes, exactly.
She hates him because she blames Douglas for her dad dying because Douglas found her and brought the cult in on them. And then at the end, she's like, don't die on me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she almost starts to, in her mind, the way if you listen to her dialogue, it's almost like she's trying to replace her father figure in her life with him. Because one of the lines was, I'm gonna have to shut up soon because they're gonna look at something that's really stupid. But she's like, if you'd compared me to your daughter instead of your son, maybe it would have been better, when he was talking about his son that died. But anyways. So here we're being told that the cult is chasing her because they need her. Mm-hmm. That's going to come into play later. And now I think that she's going to look at this stuff, which is another, here is a huge fucking moment of characters knowing things that they should not know. If they're going to show it, unless they cut to something else I don't fucking remember if they do or not. No, they do. Okay, look at all these sketches. Look at all these monsters, etc., etc. He has never been to Silent Hill in the creepy world. He somehow knows what all these creepy things look like despite never actually going to this other dimension.
It's because he has a copy of the Necronomicon and that old tired trope, which I thought everyone knew. You know nothing, Jon Snow. I told you this is going to be a running theme.
Go for it.
Well, apparently there's a shit ton of this information at the public library.
He is like, at first of all, he's like, I don't know why they're after you. And yet, in his journal, he's like, they're looking for a girl to birth their god. I wonder. Like, it's been like within the span of like 4 or 5 minutes, they already like really. Oh my god.
And my dad doesn't believe it, but still, he's trying to keep you away from the cult.
Yeah.
Pyramid Head! And of course, that's not canon, right?
Fuck no.
She was gonna do revenge because they burned her daughter.
Yeah, no. Nope. Alyssa never wanted revenge in any way, shape, or form.
It was just an out of control phenomenon of the area.
Mm-hmm. Yep. In fact, she was trying to help. She was spreading the seal of Metatron to try and suppress the god's power that was inside her. But in doing so, that accidentally projected the nightmare that she was living in onto the rest of the town. So all these creepy things, it was an accident. She didn't mean to spread them around. She was just trying to do whatever she could to save people from the god. What?
He sees a hotel and he's like, "We need to stop." No, I want to keep going. I'm tired. I need to stop now. So, notice how you didn't get the different rooms?
No, there's 2 beds though.
Yeah,
see,
right.
watch, one of them
they're
has...
gonna use both of them, right?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, one of them has a nightmare and is like, "Oh, can I come over there and sleep with you?" I don't think
Come
that
over there
actually
spelled C-U-M. Took, not killed, because... No, he doesn't know anything, Jon Snow.
Fucking why? You met her, like, earlier today. Like, really?
Okay. Met a cute-looking girl. Manages to get her not only into your car, but into a hotel room.
Into a motel.
This is where most people lie through their teeth.
Yeah, that's...
Especially in a place called Jack's Inn. Jack's in, then off. Oh, they had to use up the CGI budget. Yawn.
And of course, the whole creepy children.
Ah, she got closer to the camera by a foot. What are you holding? Just a seal, Metatron.
Because I just met you this morning.
Because he knows nothing. See?
And this is supposed to be some big scary reveal.
Because I'm a cultist too.
How? You just met him this morning. It's my tattoo! My tattoo looks better. So he went through all that pain to come and do this for his people who are trapped there, and yet he cares so much about her. Suddenly, after meeting her the same fucking day.
Hey, when Nookie is on the line...
Yes, he.
You know nothing, Jon Snow. God,
After spending this time with you, these 2 hours...
I'm just waiting for her to say you don't know anything. I mean, this is what it's been like leading up to forever. I know.
You're just waiting for that moment.
Mm-hmm. I just said I didn't take him.
Okay, so here is a contradiction. Earlier they were saying the Order wanted her back to birth their god, and now they're saying that they want her back so that they can destroy her so that the people can be free. Which one fucking is it?
Well, like most religions, they want to have their cake and eat it too. Sure, I mean, this is the only religion that has contradictions, right? Leonard Wolf. Oh, that's
That was
Claudia's
Claudia's
dad.
father. Hmm. He was the monster that was in the sewers, or not like the sewer, but like a sewerish area. Then he swam around.
It was
and
underground,
stuff.
filled with shitty water, but it's not a sewer.
Yeah. Like I like the effects of this.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think it looks pretty cool, but this is not Silent Hill. I think it looks neat, and I can appreciate it from like an artistic standpoint, but I can't accept it.
So here's a quick question though. You're in this
Mm-hmm.
place like this, and you're out in the middle of the woods, kind of just
Yeah.
off the highway. How come how come it looks like they're inside of a bigger building now? I mean, wouldn't the Silent Hill bit like just be open, empty space or something?
Yeah.
Or is it just because movie?
Probably movie.
There's never really been an outside area Silent Hill.
No, not true. Let's see. Well, there's a lot of outside areas in Silent Hill 1. I mean, you have to run around outside.
No, I mean like in like
granted,
forests
none of the
and
levels.
outside the town.
Well, yes. In Silent Hill 4,
Ah,
which
yes.
I know you haven't
Yeah, I
played,
forgot about that
Silent
one.
Hill 4, there is actually the level where it is called the forest level, where that's where you are,
In the
and you
forest.
go and you have to explore around this this orphanage, and explore around in the forest and stuff to like find items and stuff.
And you look around this
unlock
forest
things.
that's inside a gigantic warehouse.
It's not inside a warehouse. There's
No,
a
I'm
warehouse
making a joke.
in
I'm
it,
making a
but-
joke about the movie. They're out. They're
Ew.
literally on the side of a highway in kind of a forested area,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like at the Bates Motel here. And they went to the Silent Hill world, and all of a sudden it was like all looked like it was inside like this gigantic industrial complex. It looked like it was inside of a giant movie studio.
What if they just forgot to green screen that part, and then they're just like, let's leave it in?
Some guy in the background getting coffee. Oh shit, where am I? There's a dwarf hanging from a tree. Wizard of Oz reference. That was a good note that Silent Hill was within walking distance.
Yeah, I know. Like, what? Like, was the motel like literally like right there?
How long did it take him to drive from her house to the hotel? It looked like it was less than one evening.
Yeah,
So,
probably like a couple hours.
so
Which is interesting because if they were trying to escape
That's what
Silent
I'm
Hill,
thinking.
he probably would have moved as far away as possible.
I mean,
like,
if there's a certain part of the world where you cannot be, wouldn't you think you'd try getting further than the next state over?
yeah, like you move to like another country. I mean, come on.
I know. Hey, they were going to South America.
I never actually thought of that. That was like a good observation.
Can't make it too hard for the cultists, you know. Because my wife might be there. Rose. I won't be able to have any of this, you know, this mirror telepathy with her.
And of course, it's fucking ash instead of snow.
I don't know.
Whereas the characters in
to me,
Silent
it's
Hill
not
1
that big of a deal.
literally-
Ash in the snow.
It is. It is a big deal.
Why? It's,
Because characters literally state in Silent Hill 1, and it's snowing outside this time of year, like, that's, like, impossible or something. That was Dr. Michael Kaufman who had that line.
right, but I mean, if you were to look at like Silent Hill 2 or something, I mean, couldn't like the snow be like someone else's interpretation in their mind of what's going on in the town?
I mean, yeah, I mean, like, for instance, like with Angela, she might have seen it as ash because she states that her world is always on fire.
Mhm.
You know,
Exactly.
so I mean, yeah, but the reason that they have it as ash in this movie is just because they're trying to link it to some coal fire that never actually happened, you know, for some reason.
But yeah, they're basing it off of like some American southeast town that actually has
Yeah.
a gigantic coal fire raging underneath it.
Yeah, which I mean, that is neat. I think that's cool,
Mm.
but I mean,
It's not necessarily canon though. But if it was a different interpretation, well, if like you know someone else goes down Silent Hill and they see it as this ashy, fumy, burning wasteland, that could be cool.
I would love to see a game from Angela's point of view, honestly.
Hey, they brought her back. Where else have I seen her in movies? And she's always the soft spoken, very very creepy lady. Well, at least in the movies I've seen. I can't remember half of them though.
I'm always the worst with like remembering like actors and actresses.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, there's so far at the bottom of my priority list. You don't know the.
You can't even remember Douglas's name. Like you're not gonna remember. You're not gonna remember actors.
It's Duncan. Jesus.
It just makes me want Dunkin' Donuts, and I'm like hungry, and that's not fair.
Well, now I want barbecue.
What the fuck?
Joking. I became the mother. You're supposed to be the mother of the god, aren't you? Or the mother of the god. Grandmother of the god.
Yeah, no.
God, they over.
Yeah, actually, that reminds me of something else. So, in the first movie, like, Sharon or whoever is the girl that was the first movie, and then the mom, like, lets her into the church and she merges with Alessa, and then she kills all the cult members. She literally massacres them all. So then, but now there's still people.
Yeah, where the rest of the cult
movie?
come from? Especially when she's having all these like visions of like her alter ego going through the town, killing everybody.
Yeah, like she already did that. Like, I mean, did they?
Well, you know,
respawn or something like what the fuck?
Respawn.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be interesting if it was more like, you know, she could kill them over and over again. You know, turn their lives into literal hell, where you know she harms them, brings them back, harms them again. For her own amusement, but that's not even remotely insinuated, nor is it accurate to the silent canon.
Yeah. By the way, at some point somebody tells her exactly where her father is, and then she still asks every person she sees. I can't remember who it was. I don't think it was Dahlia just now, but I know that happens. I have to find when it does, because then I can laugh at it.
Dahlia's sitting pretty high on the pedestal over here, since she knows that, you know, apparently nothing can hurt her. I mean, isn't that how it would work? You know, she's the mom of the demon, and
I guess, I don't know. In this movie, maybe.
She was the one character who, in the last movie, never was eviscerated, never even attacked because, you know, mother's the name for God.
Well, no, she was beaten up by the other cult.
Yeah, not by the demon, though. And the demon has free reign of the town, apparently, now. So, obviously...
Yeah.
Life's pretty good for Dahlia right now.
The set design.
Oh, the set design is beautiful. I love the dilapidation. The only thing I have an issue with, well, especially from the previous movie, is one thing Christoph Gans brought to the first movie was some real cinematography. I mean, he matched a couple of scenes from the original Silent Hill, like the alleyway scene, pretty much shot by shot. He had some interesting shots, like, you know, like pointing the camera through the baby carriage that had the bottom ripped out of it, and he had an eye for the artistic bits. Yeah. But if he just would have followed the game a little closer, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, apparently to get into the what do you call this, method acting, where you get to the character by doing. Kit Harington tried to play Silent Hill 3, but he said it was too scary. He couldn't get all the way through it. I feel your pain, bro. Kindred spirits.
Yeah, here's the now this is sort of drawing off of the moment in Silent Hill 3 where there is the room full of mannequins, and if you go down one of the
all of the mannequins are headless, like, except for one.
Yeah, like, except for one, and then if you go, like, to the other side of the room to pick up some items, like, they lure you over there with items, because you're like, oh, bullets, yeah! And then you go to pick them up, and then suddenly there's this horrendous scream, and you're like, what the fuck was that? And you go over again to the other side of the room to look at the other mannequin, and the only one that had a head, and it's suddenly headless.
And there's blood everywhere, too.
Yeah. And then Heather goes up to it, and she like, I don't think she even says anything or something. She's like, it's blood, and then that's it. Like, she's just, like, so shocked that she doesn't even have a comment to say, you know?
Or the writer got lazy.
Yeah.
Well, mannequin's head fell off. What am I supposed to do? That's a little creepy. Not that.
Eh.
Not the face looking at you, but like a mannequin with a bag over its head and the bag's flexing for like it's breathing. That
Yeah,
part's
like see
interesting.
now if yeah, like like the jump scare almost scared it. Like if they just had that moment where it's like suddenly she sees one of them and the bag is just going up and down, it would be like really surreal and weird. You'd
Be
be like,
much
what the
more
fuck is
yeah,
happening? Is this a
exactly. Be
real
much more
person or what?
terrifying than if the
Yeah,
little jump scare head turn thing like they pulled in the beginning with the goddamn rabbits. See, that's what I was trying to say in
yeah,
the beginning is those rabbits when I first played the demo and I could only ever get past the demo in
hmm
the fucking game. I
yeah,
always thought that those damn rabbits were gonna like jump out and start attacking you, right? And of course that's what you expect to
yeah,
happen, and of course it never happens in the game. And of course in
yeah,
this movie, what's first thing that happens is the rabbit does that head jerk thing trying to scare you. So really, it's lowest common denominator is what they're trying to pander to.
yeah,
I mean, just no atmosphere. It's all jump scares. It's like Five Nights at Freddy's.
yeah.
Oh, a mannequin spider, which is creepy.
I can't remember if I thought this was interesting or not.
It's not Silent Hill-y. It's just not enough. I mean, it's
Well,
not
no,
organic.
but no, it isn't. No, but I do like the way that it moves. The people that animated this particular monster, I like that. For instance, it has like the heads that it like almost uses as feet, and then it also has the other ones that it like looks around with and stuff. I don't know, like it for a monster design. I think it's pretty cool. It's not a Silent Hill monster design, but and that of course was really fucking
And
lame.
it's horrible special effects too. I mean, it's the
Yeah, that was
CGI is just
really
so bad. Of course, the movie only had a
Yeah.
$20 million budget, which sadly it ended up making 52 million in both the box office sales in the U.S. and overseas combined. So
Yeah. Now that character.
I was
Sorry,
gonna
go
say that this is
ahead.
a modest success, but a critical bomb.
Yeah. Well, that character now, the girl she rescued, just said, I got lost in the fog and I ended up here. How would you get lost in a town that you've been trapped in for however long, and it's only this one town that you can, like, stay in? Like, you
Holy
would
crap,
probably know
she is
every
groping that
fucking nook and
mannequin like
cranny.
full like crotch grab. Especially when all the mannequins are alive. That's kind of creepy. Not as creepy as that. Ooh. But what if the gal was just passing through and she just happened upon Silent Hill, this one inaccessible town, because of all the gas?
Nah.
They just need they needed
Apparently it's
stakes.
really
That's the
hard to
problem.
get into
They
Silent
needed
Hill.
stakes. They need to
Yeah.
have a girl die by this mannequin thing, otherwise no tension. Oh, now Claudia's Vincent's mom now instead of cult sister
Yeah,
because love
why?
interest.
Fucking. Yeah, so why? He's been raised by this cult for his entire fucking life, and now suddenly, within the span of like one single day, his entire outlook on life and what he
The
believes
one
in has
dude,
been
the
completely
one dude on the
changed.
black's, the one dude on the right was wearing the colors of the black. Sorry, more Game of Thrones references. But yeah, you're right. I mean, this guy has been brainwashed his entire life, and all of a sudden, one day at school, turns
Yeah.
his entire worldview around. That's every Christian parent's nightmare about public schools. I joke. It's not definitely not all Christian. It's just the severe, more extreme versions. But I mean, I've always liked that the design of Heather. It's definitely not like there's nothing slutty about it. There's nothing. It's conservative and confident, which is interesting.
hmm Yeah, I think didn't in the original games, I think she had like a skirt or something. Now I
Yeah,
actually
in
can't
this she
remember,
has like
but
leggings though, but she did have a skirt.
yeah, yeah, and I mean they designed her that way specifically because they're like, okay, she's a teenage girl, she's gonna wear she's gonna wear clothes that teenage girls tend to wear, which is, a lot of them do wear skirts or whatever, and forgive me, patriarchy, but I mean, she looked like a typical teenage girl. But you're right, it wasn't slutty.
Yep.
She wore clothes that normal girls would wear, but it wasn't in a slutty fashion. It's just like, yeah, this is an average girl.
In fact, wasn't it like some female designers who wanted to make her sexier?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's right. Because originally, like, one of the male designer was, had her in just like more average looking clothes, and they're like, no, let's give her some more like
sex appeal.
I don't know the word for it. Like, no, some more fashion. Like, because she's a teenage girl, maybe she's into fashion. Like, let's give her some clothes that would reflect that, and then there you go.
So I thought the way I heard it was that the female designers wanted to make her look sexier and more hip and trendy, and the male designers like, no.
Yeah, hip and trendy, I think, is a better word than sexy. I don't think that they were trying to go with too much sex appeal with Heather,
which is a good choice. I mean.
Yeah, I mean that.
Well, unless you get the second playthrough,
like that really adds adds to her
the Japanese costume.
Well, that's the Princess Heart costume, but that's a joke. It's like a Sailor Moon thing. Like,
oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, that doesn't even really count.
Kind of like the sexy nurse was in the second or in the Silent Hill 4.
Yeah. Isn't it convenient that the mannequin warehouse led right to where she needs to go, by the way, in this asylum? Like, that vent conveniently led here?
You think a mannequin warehouse and asylum wouldn't be very good neighbors,
Yeah.
Some nut job gets out and goes over to the mannequin place and starts basically seeing, I guess, what the hell she's seeing. That wouldn't be a, I don't know. It's like having a... religious imagery. Brookhaven, it's not supposed to be an asylum, is it? It's supposed to be a hospital, right?
Alchemilla was I believe that Alchemilla was the regular hospital.
That was the Brookhaven. Oh, maybe it's a hotel, I was thinking.
And then Brookhaven was more for mental patients. And then, of course, Silent Hill Origins just made them all they made them all asylums, you know what I mean?
Where did the gun come from?
Apparently she's had it. I think it was in the box that had the, exposition notebook from her dad.
And of course, that's not an actual legit Silent Hill monster. It's not clever enough. Although it did kind of look like something from Amnesia: The Dark Descent.
Yeah, it did. All he was missing was like the flappy lips, Yep.
Actually, there's one monster. It looks like it looks like the middle of his face got punched in. That's the one it kind of looked like.
Mm-hmm.
Which is an interesting thing too, because I was which game was I playing very, very recently? Where you can you shoot monsters and stuff. Can't remember off the top of my head, but because it was such an enjoyable game, I can't remember it. But I was thinking to myself, the game monsters look a lot like the Amnesia monsters, and of course the only reason why it wasn't remotely scary is because you have a fucking gun. So
yeah.
And I was thinking, that's kind of where the American version of Silent Hill completely went to shit, is because you to arm.
Well, one of the many reasons.
Oh yeah, I mean, just as far as like the scare factor though, is when you arm your character to the teeth, it's just not interesting. It's just so fucking lame. Oh, the game I was playing was Quake 4. For some reason.
Oh, nice.
A lot of the characters kind of had that Amnesia vibe to them.
Max is booping me on Facebook. I'm gonna close that. I forgot I had that open.
Malcolm McDowell. What are you doing in this movie? They lobotomized him to get him into the movie.
That fucking line, come closer so I can touch you.
Poor Malcolm McDowell.
There's a lot of
She's worse than I am.
horrible, horrible dialogue coming up here.
This is depressing.
Uh.
Seeing the guy who fucking made...
Okay, right there. Vincent, that little traitor. How would he know it just happened, like, just now? And yet he knows, and he's locked in this fucking room that she just got the key to, so, like, how did he know that?
Because movie. Because script.
Yeah, see, like...
Oh, God, Malcolm McDowell, he went from freaking Alex and Clockwork Orange to this. It's so disappointing. And of course, in the game, you get this from that character, not the other way around. Do it.
I thought that
kill,
they were
yeah.
trying to destroy Alessa so that they could escape. And now they're trying to summon the god again.
That's what I was gonna say.
Which one is it, movie? Which plot do you have?
Cake.
Both
Cake
of them?
and eat it too.
Okay.
They're gonna bring about the god, then kill her so that they can escape with the god. Oh, does he turn into a monster? I can't remember. I cannot remember shit about this movie.
Well, that's probably...
Yeah, it's the only thing really keeping my sanity.
You shouldn't have it polluting your mind.
Now I gotta watch it twice. Now it's kind of burned in my mind. I thought she was outside of the dude's reach, but
apparently not.
She took a couple steps forward. Alright, what kind of monster is he turning into now? Something from the game. GAEM.
No, something stupid. I don't even remember. I think it's something retarded.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, that's a given, I know, but... Or he could just look exactly the same, only, like... What, he, like, lost his beard?
He looks like Rick from the Splatterhouse series. Oh. Got the Jason Voorhees-esque mask, everything.
Yeah.
No joke, yeah. Rick from Splatterhouse.
Really, it was that easy.
Yeah, go for the weak spot. That's video game logic 101.
Yeah, there you go.
Except usually they try to defend their weak spot a little bit, but... Easiest boss ever.
So, like, this shot right here, that's cool. I like that. I mean, the lighting, that's nice. You know, it's like, it's a shame that they didn't do anything with it.
They have such a great atmosphere,
film.
But then they just fuck it up. Do they really need the faces and the grates? It's like, you know...
Well, they're probably trying to do a callback for, like, Jacob's Ladder or something, only it didn't work because it was really stupid. This sequence gets really stupid.
So now who are all these people?
Who knows?
Just people for people's sake?
extra people that somehow Alessa didn't kill in the first movie, even though she killed all of them. And now there's more. Okay.
I see a light at the end of the tunnel. And it's Pyramid Head's bare ass.
So they continue to keep sticking their arms out, even though they see that he's doing the arm chopping.
I can't imagine it's the first time he's done the arm chopping either.
Yeah, probably so, and yet it's still they.
But
wow.
wait a minute, this maybe they never saw a Pyramid Head before, because Pyramid Head here is trying to protect Alyssa or Heather or whatever her name is now, right? He's fulfilling the role that he's supposed to fulfill with James, which is not protecting him, mind you, but in this movie, he's the protector.
Yeah. Which, I mean, that was what Voltiel was in the game.
But then you'd actually have a villain besides,
But he wasn't even protecting Heather. He only cared about the god inside of her.
Hence why if you die, he pulls you off screen.
Yeah, he pulls you off screen to resurrect Heather so that the god can then be born.
Nobody saw her there. Best hiding
Apparently
spot
not.
ever.
Oh my god, this scene is so stupid. It's the stupidest
I don't know
thing.
if
I mean, like, I know I say that about every scene that
I
happens.
don't know. I'm kind of thinking the
sea
sea of cleavage here isn't actually all that bad. Now I know what James got out of it.
Well,
Because again, those people who don't realize this is from Silent Hill 2's protagonist's interpretation of these nurse monsters, over sexualized and
yeah.
no face. Wasn't there someone who said that the nurse monsters in Silent Hill 2, their faces are supposed to be covered like as if they were like had like a big condom wrapper over them or something?
I think that was Masahiro Ito, actually, the character
Oh, really?
designer. Yeah.
Booby, electric booby-loo. Bad joke, I know. Okay, so they know that there's a room full of these nurse monsters that... Oh, 3D shot. They know there's a room full of these nurse monsters, and if you make noise, they're going to come and attack you and kill you. And yet they still wheel the son in there for no fucking good reason. When he's the safest one of the three.
Well, and they're making a lot of noise as they...
Yeah, what you do is you open the door, you push the gurney in, and shut the door behind you.
Yeah, I know. See, exactly. Like, what the fuck? But no, they had to have the scene where everything's spoopy.
This is why the cultists are extinct.
Well, like, they were extinct and then they came back again.
The thing I want...
Still never gets explained.
The only thing I want to wonder is, like, if you were there long enough, at what point do you actually just start making noise just to get it over with? Creepy thought, but... Don't whisper, you dumb bitch. Oops.
Yeah, see... This part of this scene is the stupid part.
We can talk and they can't hear us. They don't know where our voices are coming from.
And then she proceeds to make as much noise as possible instead of
wheeling
him out, or throwing something to the other side of the room as a distraction so that they all chase after it. But no,
because tension in movie. And they tip the gurney over so it makes as much noise as possible.
I know, right? And now here we go again.
Oh, Jesus.
If they just... It's like fucking Jurassic Park. If you just stay real still, then they won't, notice you. You know what I mean?
Get the flare.
No.
But if we would have stayed still, the Tyrannosaurus wouldn't chase after us, and we would be able to just blow $20 million on it. I love the design of the nurses, obviously, but
Yeah, I do. In the movie, I do. That was one of the things I did enjoy about the way that they handled these nurses was the way that they
that's
moved
one
and
of the
they
few things
suddenly
that's actually
stop.
kind of authentic from the games. So,
That is well, no, in the game
no,
they
I
didn't
mean
act
just
like
the
that.
design is all I'm talking
Actually,
about.
like
The design is very similar.
yeah, like I mean, honestly, if they had in one of the games, the nurses did that where like
Probably one of the
if you
American ones.
got too close or if you ran by or something, then the nurses like would start to react or something. Like that would actually fit in with a real Silent Hill game. Honestly, in my opinion, I think that would have been cool. So I mean, bravo movie, you did one thing that was slightly
Mhm.
interesting and worked.
But even that they borrowed from Christoph Gans's first swing at the Silent Hill series. So there's
Yeah.
really nothing at all original about this movie. I mean, granted, it's based off a video game, so but it's
Well,
it's just
yeah, and I'm really upset because the amusement park in Silent Hill 3 was probably my favorite
and
level.
here now it's two school buses
There
and
was
a
just so
giant
many
clown head.
Yeah, I mean it's like one of those like spoopy haunted like corn mazes you can find during Halloween. And that's what it reminds me of, something like really cheap like that you'd find like out in the country. But no, like in the game, the amusement park had so many interesting areas and stuff that they could
Roller
have drawn
coasters, its
from
own haunted
and used here.
house.
But
It's
no, yeah, it reminds me of just like there's
that motherfucker and his clowns.
a fucking there's an amusement park that every Halloween they turn everything Halloween themed and they have like little haunted houses you can walk through and they have like people in scary costumes walking around to spook you and everything like that. Like that's what this reminds me of. It's
Mhm.
like really cheap.
You think that this would be what it would look like normally, but not inside the dark world. The dark world would be something even worse than this.
Yeah.
I kind of want one of those dolls now. They call them brethren because they're our brothers of the order.
And they had to have an excuse to have gas masks, of
Yep.
course. Yeah, of course.
Vincent, no.
Jesus.
I'm chewing your gum.
Christ. And she knows this creepy stuff's gonna happen, and she has a gun, and yet she does not ready it.
Of course, the difference between this rabbit and the other one is that not only did this rabbit not move, though, but this one actually had blood all over the mouth. The original rabbit was really, really clean. There was like nothing on it.
I'm still really upset that they didn't just take the carousel from Silent Hill 3 and put it in the film.
Oh, that's why they don't breathe the air. I thought they said they just don't breathe the air because they think it contaminates them.
They think it's gonna
They
corrupt them,
believe it so
yeah.
hard in Silent Hill that it actually does corrupt them. Ah, fucking Pyramid Head, what did they do to you? You're just a generator now.
And here they're killing all of the
Yep.
people again, and yet still then there's more people. Like, how many times has Alessa killed the entire population of this town, and yet then there's still more people always?
I'll admit that little girl's creepy, but that's not that's not creepy.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not hard to make children
Yeah.
creepy, though, let's be fair.
That is ridiculously bad. Just looks like a typical goth girl.
Yeah.
Wheels on the bus go round and round. I really hate how they shoehorn Pyramid. I mean, I like the character Pyramid Head. It has a great look to him. But what they shoehorn him in where he didn't need to be, where he doesn't even fit.
Well, and they changed the design too. They actually changed the design of Pyramid Head
now it's a tetrahedron.
It used to be a little more square. It used to be a little more square in the front, and now it's just like completely sharp, which actually I feel ruins the. It's not as weird looking anymore as a character design. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she is like, I created you and sent you out of Silent Hill so that you could live, because that's what I wanted. I wanted a part of me to be loved, and now she's like, I will destroy you.
Because you did exactly that.
Yeah. And now we have a hug battle. Look at this.
Oh.
Look at this hug battle between,
It's a hug battle, just like on Tumblr.
Yeah, but that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, Tumblr probably loves this scene, because, like, this is how they want all their problems to be solved. Just, like, let's hug each other, and then one of you will explode.
We can hug until we don't hate anymore.
Yeah.
Or I can dox you. Movie just looks so cheap. I'm not saying I could do better, but I would at least try.
You probably could.
Pyramid Head's like, that'll be 3 tickets.
God.
But you're right. I mean, as far as like the Pyramid Head design, when you look at the Pyramid Head design from the front, it resembles a hood. Yeah. Which is exactly what it's supposed to be based off of, because when James was going through, I think, the Historical Society, there was pictures of like these hooded executioners in the town.
Mm-hmm. And
they have a striking resemblance to the, Pyramid Head.
Yeah.
See, now they were outside, now they're inside again. Oh wait, no, they're underground now.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I mean, like, the lighting here is nice.
Well, the lighting's nice, but
Well, I mean, I have to give credit to, like, the poor people who, like, interned on this fucking film, and, like...
They interned?
Like, they tried real hard, and, like, some of the shots they worked on were, like, real good, but they don't want to put this on their fucking reel because they're really ashamed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, the physical sets look pretty great, but the CGI is horrible, and the director just fucked it. And the director only has, like, 6 movies under his belt.
Really?
And this was like his 4th, I think. Let me double check real quick.
Well, no, don't. You're gonna fucking miss the Pokemon battle between Pyramid Head and the other one.
I remember. This is the one part I do remember. She turns into Voltiel, or whatever you want to call him. And they have their little monster.
Oh, wait, now let's see
Godzilla
which plot
versus
the movie picks.
Oh,
either Destroy Lesser or Birth the God. So it looks like the movie picked the Destroy Alessa plot.
Well, they just got them talking about the god, so...
Oh, now they're talking about the god.
Yeah. So I guess they chose the birthing the god ending. To destroy you, that's why. When you were a little girl...
But then she just talked about just now, she's like, you saved us, you've delivered us because you destroyed Alessa. And then the next fucking line was, now we're gonna be free because you're gonna birth the god. Oh my god!
So you had to kill Alyssa and then birth the god? I'm guessing you have to do both.
Well, they always say it is either one or the fucking other, like, but apparently, like, I don't know. Okay, so the Seal of Metatron summons the god, not her? Like, what? I thought that the Seal of Metatron allowed people... The Seal of Metatron... It, like, does everything.
It's called the MacGuffin Seal.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, well, it can allow people to escape the world, but now it also births the god. Like, it just does everything. And apparently it also turns people into monsters.
Apparently it turns people into monsters that have been showing up previously to her turning into the monster.
Yeah, which is interesting because she's the one that sent Douglas after Heather. And yet she shows up to kill Douglas, and Douglas is with Heather. So why didn't she take Heather back with her then to Silent... Or, well, no, I guess it's because they explain it where it's like, Heather had to go there on her own free will, but still. Yeah, here we go. Fucking I choose Pyramid Head.
Well, no. Here's the thing: this is where Sean Bean's phoning in his acting.
Oh.
Because I can only imagine what Sean Bean. I can only imagine what Sean Bean is thinking when he's seeing what's going on here with the freaking Pokemon battle.
I know. That's what it is, though. Like,
because if you listen to him, he's like Sharon.
Oh, there was a moment for fucking 3D viewers.
Yep. Another one.
God. Is this, like, supposed to be super exciting or something? Because, like, it's not.
Earlier they explained the Pyramid Head is, like, the protector, correct? Is that what they were saying?
Yeah. That's what they said.
Which is, depending on which theory you think, it's partially kind of...
Well, protector, no. He is
the thing that kind of pushes James forward.
Yeah, he, like, almost is, like, in a way, a weird version of a guardian angel in that he leads James to where he needs to go to kind of redeem himself and accept what he's done, remember what he's done, instead of trying to hide it and suppress the memories.
Yep, exactly. But of course here...
But he was never a protector. I mean, he flat out attacked James a couple times.
Right, knocks him off the building and unlocks the new place where he gets to go.
Yeah.
So. But, yeah, this is horrible misappropriation of Pyramid Head.
Why? I have to stay here to set up a sequel. Because of sequels.
Because I have to find Mary. I honestly think that's what they were planning on doing. Is doing this
what if they
thing.
fucking do? What if there's a third fucking movie and then it's just a plot of Silent Hill 2 only really bad?
Yeah, see that's what I thought when I saw the end of this movie. I'm like, oh no, they're gonna be having him searching Silent Hill trying to find his dead wife.
Oh my god,
or not dead, but
I
lost
never
in
even
limbo.
thought of that. They probably fucking will. Oh my god, I would like.
Well, no, they won't because they won't be able to. They're not doing another Silent Hill movie. I can
Thank
imagine.
God.
I mean,
good. After this atrocity, I don't see how they would be able to.
It does sound like this is exactly what they were planning on doing. Is all of a sudden it's like, I have to go find Mary.
Yep.
In Silent Hill.
Yep. Like, oh my god, yeah.
I mean, I know you think that Silent Hill 2 is for dummies, but I really
I don't. I never said that it was for dummies. I said that
You said it's dumbed down for.
No, it's not dumbed down, but out of all of the plots of every Silent Hill game, it's the easiest one to understand. Because everything is given to you when you beat the game.
Down.
It's not dumbed down, it's just you get all of the parts of the story when you beat the game. You have the complete story. It's not something that you have to really look into or research or look for clues and things like that. And that doesn't mean that it's dumbed down or bad in any way. It's just a different way of telling a story.
Mary, could she really be in this town?
Oh dear. Hey, we never had that moment where she's like, "You don't know anything."
No, there's a couple of them, I think. And now he disappears. Because, cross-dimensional rift.
And here we are walking back to, like, her house or whatever that was somehow right next to Silent Hill for some reason. Within walking distance, because that's smart.
We gotta get as far away from Silent Hill as possible. Let's hire a taxi. Oh, and isn't there some tie-in with this dude and
I don't know if it's Travis
Origins?
Or not. Yeah, I think this is supposed to be Travis from Silent Hill Origins. Yeah, I think it is. It totally is.
Oh, but who's the actor? He looks so fucking familiar.
I don't know. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Haven't been this way in a long time. Yep, Travis Grady, yep. Oh, they gotta have two avenues to be able to make a sequel that will never happen, so.
God.
But just in case, we can follow two different storylines.
Hearing this beautiful music in this shitty movie is just like the juxtaposition of those two things is just like totally throwing me off.
It's like eating a hamburger and tasting ice cream.
Yes, pretty fucking much. And then here's sequel opportunity number fucking 3.
Yep. What was Silent Hill 5 Downpour or
Down?
Which one? I can't remember what the hell the sequels were, but the dude with the prisoner.
Yeah, Downpour. Fucking Tom Hewlett's
Yeah.
game. Let's not talk about that.
Less said the better. Now, wasn't there supposed to be some scene somewhere where Rose actually is in Silent Hill and Heather comes across her?
No, maybe I don't know.
I could have swore there's a scene where like an elevator opens up and she stands there and she gets to talk to her daughter and then the elevator closes.
I don't think so. I don't remember. Maybe. I don't think so.
I could have swore there was something like that.
Maybe in like the first movie or something that happened with like Les or something.
I could have swore that there was some segment where Rose is in Silent Hill in this movie, in the middle of the movie somewhere. Hey, it's the spider monster mannequin thing.
Yeah, the way that the face opened up for that, kind of like, I don't know. I think that they could have, they could have done something better with that. I don't know. The design itself, I feel like it was going somewhere, but it didn't quite work. You know what I mean?
Right, like when I think Silent Hill, I don't think, oh.
Well, no, it's not a Silent Hill monster for sure. I'm just saying, it like as a monster in of itself. Like, right, I think that the design was intriguing, but it was missing something. There was something about it that just didn't work for me.
Right, like I think there were some like rough concept artsy videos by the guys who created Silent Hill, and one of them it starts off with like it looks like lips, and then the mouth opens and there's a big eye inside the mouth.
Yeah, no, that's an actual official
Fukaru or whatever it's called.
Yeah, that's like a side music video thing that's like related to Silent Hill.
Right.
Yeah, the I think her name is the Fukuro nurse. Actually, she does appear in Silent Hill 3 2 times. Once on a ladder when you're climbing up, Valtiel's there, and then you go up more, and then she's there also with like kind of burned blood marks kind of swimming over her skin. And there's another moment where she appears behind this like glass. It's like kind of foggy, so you can't really see her, but you just see something weird moving around in there. You can't make out what it is, but she did appear
that's the biggest thing too about Silent Hill creatures is the less you see, the better.
Exactly.
I mean, if they never would have opened up the mannequin spider monster's face and you didn't know what was behind it, it would have been infinitely more interesting.
Yeah. Or if it opened like a little
head.
tiny bit or something, like every now and then, as if it was like spiders or bugs or something.
And there's a big eye in there. Yeah.
Well, something like that, or like it just like slowly opens, like if it's breathing or something, like, and you kind of get very small like hints of what might be behind the face. Like that would be really creepy, but no.
Well, I mean, like, Pyramid Head, going back to him, you never see what's underneath the mask, but you get like this glimpse that, like, when he's strangling James, a tentacle comes out.
Yeah.
So it only makes you wonder what the hell is underneath it.
Well, I actually, I believe that it was stated at some point that that is his actual head. Like, there's nothing under it. That's his head.
Mm-hmm. Well, makes sense.
Yeah.
All of these people, the entire crew who made this movie should all be ashamed of themselves.
They probably are, and I feel real bad because, like I said, like some moments in this film were really well done, just like from a cinematography
aesthetic
perspective. Yeah, I mean, like, some of the shots were like, hey, that's really nice, like nice lighting, like nice framing of that shot, like real good. But again, like, probably nobody wanted to put this on the reel because they were like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I worked on this film.
Well, the only person who really should be putting this stuff on the reel, the only people who should really put this on the reel, are the people who were doing like the set design. Like, when you see like the dilapidated school and the hospital and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a portfolio maker. Not so much that amusement park, because there was nothing really interesting about that.
Well, I mean, even the moments when there was stuff like yes, the set design, but also the lighting also was pretty well done too in a lot of instances.
Terrible writing, terrible direction, some very subpar CGI.
Yeah. All these poor art department people, they just...
yeah, you can sympathize with them.
Yep.
You can sympathize, you can feel the pain of the painters.
those poor 3 laborers there.
Oh boy.
There's the effects studio.
Oh, here now we finally get some actual Silent Hill music
Post-production.
After that pop music thing.
I think that might have been Mary Elizabeth McGlynn.
Who?
I have she sings a lot of the Silent Hill. So she's a voice actor for oh my god, I'm blanking on the name, which is really embarrassing. Ghost in the Shell.
Oh.
The main character, she did the voice.
Motoko.
Yep. But she also sings a lot of the Silent Hill songs. The theme song for Silent Hill 3, she sang. I know she did a couple of them for Silent Hill 4. I think she did some for Silent Hill 5, but those were not my favorite.
Did she do the Live at Heaven's
Yeah,
Night?
I think.
Oh,
yeah, I think that was
her. I love that song.
Yeah, that was her.
Here and Waiting for You.
Mm-hmm,
if you haven't heard that, you gotta go Google it.
You know what? If I still had money, because I'm not poor, but if I still had money, I would buy the Silent Hill soundbox. Have you ever heard of that?
It's like a collection of all the soundtracks?
Yes, it's so beautiful. It's like in this beautiful, wonderful, amazing collector's box. It's like all of the soundtracks, and it's just this beautiful, wonderful, like $150 thing that I would just cry if I owned, and it's wonderful. One day I will have that.
Quit e-begging. People aren't watching this shit through the credits, so your e-begging is.
I know. I'm sad that I don't own this wonderful
falling
thing.
on deaf ears.
One day I will have it.
Someday I will have it. Yes,
it will be mine.
Will be mine. I'm having a Wayne's World moment here. It will be mine. Oh yes, it will be mine. Mary Elizabeth McGlynn.
Yep.
Is that the guy you're thinking of?
The lady, yes.
Yeah.
Look at all these poor studios with their names now attached to this horrible film. They will regret forever. Well, that was a film, and we watched it.
Yep.
It sure
and
was
there's no hidden secret scene or anything, is there? I mean, there's a little bit of time left. I'm wondering. Uh-oh. Something's happening. It's a pyramid head.
Oh, that's it. That was real special. The end.
Fuck you, movie.
So how do you want to end this? Just like, it's over?
Just with the
goodbye?
fuck you movie.
Yeah,
fuck you movie.